What's up, guys? HTG Brian here, back with some more LEGO Skywalker Saga. This is level 30. Fulfill your destiny. Free play. We're going to get all 6 of those Kyber bricks, including the true Jedi status, which is actually maybe going to be a problem for you, as even with the 2x multiplier, there's not a lot of studs. However, I don't smash everything around, but just keep that in mind when you're trying to get that 100%. We're going to get all 5 mini kits, and I have all 3 challenges listed as well. In fact, we even got quick links down below in the video description for those. However, one of them, I sort of have a minor Brian fart. Normally called a brain fart, but because it's me, it's a Brian fart. All right, ready to go ahead and jump right in? If you are, let's go ahead and pull up our galaxy map and toggle over all the way to our episodes. And then, of course, into episode 6, The Return of the Jedi. And we're going to go all the way down to the 5th level, fulfill your destiny, and choose free play. And yes, of course, why does it always ask if we're sure? All cutscenes and non-essential gameplay have been removed, except for my Brian fart earlier. But you might remember we start off by locking sabers with Vader. As soon as we gain control of our character, we're going to want to slide over to the hard right side behind the chair, as there is a mini kit hiding behind there. Woo to the who! We're already off and running with them collectibles. Now, it turns out there is a minute or two before we get to the next one, so if you are in a hurry, use those quick links down below. The next item happens to be the challenge. I will not fight you, Father. Make your way past Vader without being detected. That is probably the easiest challenge that we've come across so far in this game. You simply just need to make your way over to the right wall and walk along the side. We'll cover that again once we get there, but we got to deplete this meter first, so we'll go ahead and give him the old cha-cha. Ooh, give Palpatine a little taste of his own meds too, huh? All right, so depending on how well you did in this battle, you might find yourself getting 2 of these interactions where you have to spam the triangle, Y, or maybe X button. In our case, we only did it once, but that is actually going to help decide your fate with the true Jedi status, because if you get a second one, you're going to get another 5 to 10,000, which is going to really help you get your status up higher. Now, speaking of higher, we have just fallen from up high to down low. There's going to be this little cinematic where we cut down under, and we're going to hide in the darkness. So this is where the challenge is going to be completed. In fact, again, it's challenge 1 for us and challenge 1 on the main game list. So for once, they actually matched up. All you got to do is walk your way to the far right wall and just sneak on out. Now, I'm watching him just to make sure he's not looking our way. But in all 3 times, yes, right, that's right, I said 3 times. I scouted it, I failed it, and then I completed it. All 3 of them, though, he was on the far right side, looking right. And sorry, far left side, looking left, and we went to the far right side, going right. As soon as the animation happens where he says, "Oh, I found you," it seems like maybe you failed the challenge, but as a matter of fact, you did not. It's going to go ahead and give it to us. Now we got to deplete that meter 1 more time, so go ahead and give him your best biz here. As you can see, we've just got to that 2nd tier for that blue stud status, and we're still a ways out from getting to that purple. Now, this is a little bit of a game glitch. Notice how slow that took off. That was the longest saber throw maybe ever. But, all right, we've gone ahead, and I think we've got him all down there. He's just got to run over towards the walkway. Once he does, we get an animation, we lock sabers again, and then it actually takes us into a cutscene after he methodically plans out his wording here. And notice you have to spam it long enough for him to complete his statement. And then for us to shout, "Never!" All right, again, we've removed the cutscenes, easy for me to say, and we're going to go ahead and keep on with the keeping on. So we're going to deflect, reflect, depending on how you like to say that, the electricity back up to Palpatine. It's going to deplete his meter a little bit, and then we're going to turn around and run. So there is a challenge for hitting his guards with his electricity. We're going to do that in a hot second. We're actually going to run around all the way around to the far right side. Now, honestly, I was looking for the Empire chests, the crates, but they weren't there yet. I'm not sure why they had not loaded in yet. Maybe a game glitch, display glitch. Regardless, we're just going to go ahead and jump over the gate on the far right side, and we're going to use the Force to manipulate these statues and put them into their cases. Vader's going to go in the middle, Jar Jar's going to go on the far right, and then we're going to put this last guy, I'm not sure who that is, over on the far left, and it's going to make this statue over on the side go, "What? Mind blown!" And then it's going to also reveal a mini kit where you placed Vader. And you might notice that our Vader is fighting the guards. Now, as one of the challenges is you have to let the hate flow through you, cause damage to Palpatine's guards, definitely recommend switching your other character to a robot, as they are less likely to fight back and less likely to be attacked once the encounter ends. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and use a protocol droid on this terminal on the far right side to go ahead and get the password. Notice the crate on the far left side still isn't there, but the one on the right is now. I'm not sure why that's happening, how it's happening, but just be aware that that crate might not happen unless you complete some of these other tasks. And one of them is going to be to insert the password into this protocol droid terminal hiding behind that flower pot. Once you've successfully inputted the password, go ahead and stand on the switch. It should puke out a brick. And we'll go ahead and build it back up and collect it. Next up on the back wall here, there is a giant pooter. We're going to go ahead and smash it on down and, whoops, didn't mean to do that. We just want to pick up that fuse. We're going to run it over to the socket on the left side wall. It's going to go ahead and pump it up, quite literally, this bouncy castle. We're going to go ahead and get our baboing on. That's right, baboing. And eventually collect a Minikit. All right, so next up, this challenge. I had a wee bit of a boo-boo here. The challenge actually reads, find the Empire weapons crate and use the weapons within it, right? Simple. I pick up a blaster after opening it with a villain character, and I don't get the challenge. So I run over to the other side. I'm like, ooh, the other chest is here. Go ahead and open this guy again with a villain character. Anybody catch on to why the challenge is not ringing off yet? I'll give you a hint. It's actually in the wording. Find the Empire weapons crate and use the weapons within. So I'm not trying to take out these red guards as I want to go ahead and zap them with Palpatine's attack. But I'm like also sort of like, why isn't this working? I've picked up almost all of the weapons. In fact, I'm going back for the final one now. And I'm going to pick it up. And that's when right about now I looked over at my guide and I reread it and I thought, oh, use them. Watch this. Pew! As soon as you fire a shot from one of those weapons in the crate, it should ring off that star for the challenge. Now, last but not least, we got to go ahead and get up front here. And you're going to notice there's these little attack sequences that Palpatine has. They've got the black and red markers on the ground. You're going to simply want to just get that as close to the baddie as possible. Hopefully, once it attacks, he'll be in it, he'll get shocked. The good news is you got quite a bit of chances because you got to take out a whole first round wave of these guys and then go for another one. But make sure you get this terminal back here first. If I'm being honest, I was probably a little bit confusing when I said, last but not least. Really, I was referring to the final challenge when really we also had a Minikit left. And in our case, we still don't have the true Jedi stat-eye. So we got to go ahead and do a couple of tasks up front here that's going to help us earn some more studdage. In fact, you might have noticed there's some grapple plugs on both sides of the lower, I guess, pillars, columns, if you will. We're going to go ahead and use our favorite bounty hunter, well, maybe not our favorite, but one of our favorite bounty hunters, Jango Fett, to go ahead and grapple that plug out, and then, of course, melt that gold with our overpowered blaster. It only took one of those plugs and a few studs trailing behind for us to go ahead and get to that 30K. Good thing for us, too, because that's basically the end of the level as it transitions us into this section where we have to deflect this electricity back up at him. I do believe he drops... Oh, no! He's got some more bad guys! That's right, there's another wave! So we're going to have to take out some more of the royal gods. And this is just a matter of cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I probably should have kept that bazooka that was pulled out of that weapons chest to go ahead and errati these baddies a little bit faster. But in our case, we'll just go ahead and give them the biz lightsaber style. Lightsaber style? that actually came out that way. Anyways. Can't get them all right, guys. Can't get them all right. Moving along, we'll go ahead and... Oh, there he is. He's going to drop it like it's hot and approach us on the walkway. Go ahead and spam, spam, spam. Fill that meter all the way up and then deflect it back. I have sped this up in case you didn't notice. It's not like I can press the button really that fast. It really just didn't seem necessary to have it run at regular speed, knowing that there's nothing left to collect, and most of you have probably moved on already. If you didn't, drop a comment. Let me know you're still here. You stayed around for the ending, bro. And all right, there we go. Cutscene has been removed, and we're going to go ahead and park it right off to the side in Hoth's base here. What is it? What is it? Echo base? Isn't that where we are? Maybe? You guys are going to probably let me have it in the comments. That's okay. Sometimes I deserve it. All right, fulfill your destiny. Level complete. Now, squeaked in right under the wire there at the end. And again, if you let that first saber battle go on a little bit longer, you should get a second spam moment where you get to fill up and get your combo way up there, and it should pay you out a little bit higher than we did. Of course, there's lots of stuff to smash around the room, too. Just make sure you grab that, as well as all 3 of the challenges. Last but not least, we got ourselves 5 Minikits that are going to build up into a micro version of the Death Star 2. That's right, Death Star Dose. And all right, we are officially done with episode 6, which means we are getting into the final trilogy. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited. There's been a lot of work, a lot of trekking around, and I wouldn't have been able to do it all without Tyler P. And I just want to give some more love to our guide writer, Tyler P. I've also had some help from some other HTG staff members like Gray and Kirsten, Raised, and maybe even a little bit from some outsiders too, like Jay. So big shout outs to all my peeps that have helped me get this complete. As for me, though, that's going to do it. As always, until next time.